I just got done with a workout after a long ass day. I started doing oh crap, I'm out of breath. So I did my lift and then I ran a half mile at 10 miles an hour. Trying to do sprints. Build up my my fitness. I'm not in shape like at all, but yeah, so it's good to do that. If you don't get a workout in 3 times a week, there's only 2 ways your body can go. You can get more healthy or less healthy. And I'm heading to get more healthy because I've been in the less healthy for a little bit too long. But like I said earlier, I watched a video today, Tony Robbins. It's called RPM. It's a technique that he uses like a way of organizing your day, like a way of thinking. So instead of looking on your to-do list, what you do is you make a to-do list based on what your result is, your outcome. So say my result is like I want to start a business and I want to be making $5,000 a month with my business. That's the result. Now you can have your purpose, like why do I want to do this business? Maybe you want to start a business because your 9-to-5 job isn't cutting it. You just had a kid and you got to be able to pay for all his expenses. So you're starting up this business as another way to make cash flow so that you can make sure that your kid isn't living in poverty. You want him to have a good life. You want to make sure that he has a good life, and that second business you're starting, you want to make $5,000 a month so that he's going to have a good life. He isn't going to have to wear the same clothes for a week in a row. You're going to be able to buy him new pairs of clothes. You're going to be able to do the laundry like 3 times a week. You're going to have extra money so you can take him to Disneyland, stuff like that. So that's the purpose. You got your result, you got your purpose. Now you got to do massive action. So you already know why you want to do it. You already know what you want to do. Now you got to take massive action to get there. Because you're not just going to make $5,000 starting your own business a month and not do anything. What is that per year? That's $60,000 a year. That's a full-time job. Now, usually how businesses work, ones that you start yourself, usually what happens is you have to put a shit ton of time in the beginning. You have to put a ton of time in the beginning. It's not a 9-to-5 job. Starting your own business, that's like 60 hours a week. You can spread it out over a longer time though and get the same results, which is usually what someone who has a 9-to-5 job has to do, because they can't be working on starting their own business while they're a manager at QuikTrip. They can't have a computer out at the checkout and be like, hold on, ma'am, I'm doing my business right now. Like, if you're at QuikTrip, you have to work at QuikTrip. Wherever you are in your job, you have to do that. But if you want to start your own business, you're going to have to put in a shit ton of time. And the only way to do that is to do it either all in the beginning or spread out over a long period of time. And I'm in college right now, so that's what I'm doing. I'm my social media marketing agency. I got a client already, not paying, but it's like an experimental client. So I'm like learning shit, and when I get them results, I can use them. Be like, yeah, ask these people if I did a good job, and they'll be like, yeah, you did a good job. So it's kind of like a referral from them. But yeah, that's me. Just worked out. I'm just doing. That's why I started this YouTube channel. It might change up a bit in the first few months that I have it. Once I figure out what the hell I'm doing, I'm just going to stick with that. Because the number one thing is consistency. Whatever you do, you got to be consistent with it. That's why I'm doing this workout every day. That's why I'm starting RPM, result, purpose, massive action. That's why I'm watching all these inspirational guys like Tony Robbins, Gary Vaynerchuk, Grant Cardone, Darren Hardy. They're all inspiring the shit out of me. And I'm using that to get shit done. So that's what you got to do. All right, young entrepreneur.